Bilko. Lieutenant Thorne.
Actually, it's Major Thorne now.
Well, congratulations.
Steve Martin plays the Army's most resourceful confidence man in Sergeant Bilko, the new comedy based on the hit 50s television show. It's one of 5 new movies we'll be reviewing this week on Siskel and Ebert, including a drama with James Earl Jones and Robert Duvall, also a love story starring Dennis Hopper in a rare dramatic role. I'm Gene Siskel of the Chicago Tribune.
And I'm Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times. Hollywood seems to be methodically working its way through movie versions of all the top classic TV shows. We got the Flintstones, Dragnet, Beverly Hillbillies, the Brady Bunch, and now we get Sergeant Bilko. And the good news is Bilko translates to the big screen with lots of laughs and a lot of energy. This is one of the better TV adaptations. The title character is played by Steve Martin, who is no Phil Silvers, but on the other hand, he is Steve Martin, and he puts his own spin on the most larcenous master sergeant in the Army. He has just sponsored a high-stakes tug-of-war between a soldier and a horse when he gets an unexpected visit from his superior officer, played by Dan Aykroyd.
What is that?
That's horse, sir. I tell the men you have to test drive the vehicle.
What's it doing there?
It keeps the flies off the food, sir. There's no way you can tell what's wrong with an engine when it's just sitting up on the block. Food? It's an experimental program. I'd say the results are mixed.
Another problem is how to initiate new recruits into life under Sergeant Bilko. A straight arrow PFC, played by Daryl Chill Mitchell, believes in doing things by the book.
You want me to turn the odometer back? Yes. I can't do that, Sergeant.
Can't! He said can't! Oh! Sergeant, you all right?
Hey, man, can't is a 4-letter word in this platoon.
Bilko's archenemy in the movie is played by Phil Hartman, who years ago was the victim of an Army boxing match where Bilko inadvertently paid both fighters to take a fall.
Get back to the barracks and cancel everything. The dances, the raffles, the mud wrestling on the obstacle course, everything.
Bilko's girlfriend, played by Glenn Headley, has been left waiting at the altar for him more than once.
Funny face, you won't believe what happened. There was this busload of sweet little old geriatrics. They went rolling down a mountainside and...
Do you think I'm an idiot?
Ask Wally here. He's new. He's a real straight arrow. Never told a lie in his life. Wally? See?
I was a little surprised when I heard that Steve Martin was going to play this role because I expected someone maybe a little more out of control. I can visualize Jim Carrey as Bilko, for example. But Martin was a good choice, and the movie is inventive in finding a lot of comic situations that are right for his whimsical eccentricity.
I was very skeptical of the film, too. The original show, called You'll Never Get Rich, was one of my favorites as a young kid. I loved that. I love Phil Silvers. I don't think Steve Martin is at the level of Silvers, and frankly, you can see when he is doing the imitation of the scattershot thing, you know, marching around. But the picture is funny. The situation is natural. Now, there's one and I like it. There's one comic element that's missing that I think would have been perfect. I would have thought, I mean, this guy is making a fortune, a fortune. That's all he does is make money. If we saw the secret life of Ernie Bilko, somewhere what he's doing with all the money, it could have been a very funny payoff.
Well, I don't know. I think probably, don't you think he loses some money, too?
No.
He only wins.
He only wins.
Okay, well, that can be the sequel.
It's a good idea. Now our next movie.